has the exact same chipset and RAM inside it, the Google Tensor G3 chipset with 8 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one's the faster one between both. Okay, there we go. Let's go and get into it. All the apps are clear in the background, as you can tell. So let's get into it. Do phone calls, 3, 2, 1. Okay, not that big of a difference. Let's go and do camera, 3, 2, 1. Okay, probably would have been roughly around the same thing too. Play Store, 3, 2, 1. So the Pixel 8a was like almost instantaneous in it. Let's go and kind of scroll through here. Let's see what's going on. And again, both have 120 hertz displays. But for me personally, it kind of looked like the Pixel 8a was kind of glitching up a little bit. So I'm not really too sure what's that about. Let's go and get into some of these third-party apps we have on both. Let's do Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. Now I hope there's not any crazy pop-ups that happen because I will try my best to close out of them. But that will affect the loading speed sometimes. So we'll just kind of see what happens here. So you can kind of see that the Pixel 8a did actually end up getting into this one a little bit faster, which was kind of surprising. I genuinely was not expecting that at all. So that's something that's very interesting that sometimes just happens randomly. So that in and of itself was a very, very cool thing. Let's go and get into the actual game itself and see if there's any big differences here. So I'm going to hop out of all these as best as I can. Okay. Let's click play and see what happens. And I think it's going to be roughly around the same thing. I think one of them has the volume on, so let me go and decrease the volume. And I think the gameplay is going to be about the same thing. Let's go and hop out of these two. Let's try Subway Surfers, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to say the Pixel 8a. Oh, no, it's going to be the Pixel 8. I already know it. Actually, the Pixel 8a did win, so I was wrong. I will tell you, with both these phones, there's going to be a lot of overlap here. And there's going to be probably like milliseconds between one or the other. I think when you get into the big games, that's why I have to test Genshin Impact on my third channel, so I'm going to test that out, see how it performs. But I do think between both are going to do a really good job. Thank you, 3, 2, 1. And this one, roughly around the same thing. There wasn't that big of a difference here either. Hopping out of this one, stack, 3, 2, 1. So this one too, I mean, they got kind of like got ads in them like a few different times, so not really too sure what was one on there either, but both look very good, as you can see. Very, very good devices. Hopping out of these two once again, let's go into a different one. Try something like Snake versus Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And it was about the same thing here too. So not really that many big differences as far as I can tell. They're both very, very similar. So you're really not going to be getting like big, massive differences as far as I can tell between both of these sides. So that kind of covers it up here. Now, funny enough, the cameras on these things are actually very interesting. I don't know what Google does sometimes, but what's very, very interesting here is that the back cameras of these things